Okay, this is the new StudioLive virtual StudioLive software. This actually comes for free with the StudioLive, and basically the software is a one-to-one match of what's happening on the mixing desk. So anything I do on the mixing desk is reflected in the software, and anything I do in the software is reflected in the mixing desk. So if I move a fader here on the desk, or I press a select button or a solo button or a mute button, you'll see the same things happening in the software. Also, if I do something in the software, if I select solo or mute or move a fader in the software, it's reflected in the hardware as well. So it's a straight one-to-one mirror of what's going on. So what can we use that for? Well, there's lots of different things we can use it for. For example, I can use this basically to be a 21st century meter bridge, if you like. I just select a channel here. If I select a channel, on the desk, if I decide to turn on the compressor, you can see if I press the compressor on button on the mixer, the compressor turns on inside the software as well. And then I can set up my threshold and ratio of the compressor, and I can see what's going on inside the desk here in the software. So I can watch what's happening and how those curves are going to work. Same with equalization. If I turn on some EQ, I can set up my EQ curves, and I can see what's going on with the EQ. Or I can do it the other way. If I'm used to using plugins, I can grab the EQ with a mouse, and whatever I do in the EQ here will automatically be reflected on the desk as well. So again, I can use it as a great tool just to see what's really going on inside the mixer. So I can set up all my stuff. Very useful for a live recording. I can just set up a laptop and see what's going on all my channels. Or I can see an overview of the channel here. If I go back to the overview, you can see the gate, the compressor, and the EQ we set up earlier. I can also just drag and drop presets. So for example, if I want to drag and drop a preset, say channel 3 needs to be a kick drum, I can just drag the kick drum and drag it across to channel 3, and now it will automatically set up a preset for a kick drum in channel 3. If I want channel 4 to be a snare drum, I just drag that across there, and now channel 4 is a snare drum. Or I can mix and match. Say I want the snare to be a little bit more cracky on the EQ, I can just drag the EQ from another snare in here and put it on top of that snare. So I can set up, if I've got a whole band to set up and 5 minutes of line check to do, I can just drag and drop the entire channel list straight onto the mixer and have the mixer working exactly the way I want it instantly, just a few seconds. Same with effects. I can just drag and drop. Say I want a reverb on there. Maybe I want to have an analog delay on here. And now I can set up my effects sounds the way I want them to be. Same with my graphic EQ. I can set up my graphic equalizer here graphically the way I want it on the desk. Very, very simple piece of software. It's great. You can also use it for remote control. You can actually, if your mixer is in some strange corner of the venue, you can just drag a laptop and walk around with it and use the laptop to control the desk directly if you want to do that. Really, really good system. So it's Virtual StudioLive. Comes free with the StudioLive desk.